EBT, food stamps, whatever you want to call them, benefit. Why are you okay relying on the federal government to feed your family, the family that you willingly created? Everybody out here is in an uproar about this mom who said that she used her EBT benefits to buy a pumpkin to decorate with her children. And I don't know, I have to agree. People are out here saying, why do poor people not deserve to have a pumpkin? If you are able to work and you are willing to work, we have spent years on this app with people out here doing grocery hauls of junk food that they bought with their EBT benefits. And yet now you know how everybody else feels when they can't afford groceries for their family but don't qualify for EBT benefits because, well, we're honest, hardworking people. I digress. At what point do you start to feel a little bit of shame, but then also open your eyes to, these are the people that you voted into office? Do you understand and realize that the Democrats that are in office, like Chuck Schumer, are the ones that you put there that are keeping you with no food on your table? Do you know who they're also keeping with no food on their table? Federal workers. There are federal workers who are not getting paid right now. So if we can come to an agreement on anything, can we come to an agreement that the Democrats are absolute scumbags and they refuse to care anything about the American people, all because they want insurance for illegal immigrants? And next time around, can we actually get you on our side? Because you see, we wouldn't have stopped your SNAP benefits. Y'all wanted to come out here and play all these little games and have your little protest and wear your little costumes. And now you may not have food for Thanksgiving. Yet somehow you still want us to figure it out for you.
Now, I have to agree with what she's saying because it's like this. You win some and you lose some. But I find it hilarious that whites are going at each other. Blacks have experienced this poverty, this being treated like the stepchild. Now, when the shoe is on the other foot, they can't handle it. Let's check this one out.
Right now, it feels like a punishment. You wake up already behind, you go to work just to stay broke, and you watch the cost of everything rise while your paycheck doesn't move an inch. Groceries are a luxury, rent is robbery, healthcare is a joke, and somehow we're the ones blamed for not budgeting better. People are working 2-3 jobs and still choosing between food or gas. Families are crammed into apartments because buying a house became a fantasy. You can't afford to get sick, you can't afford to rest, you can't afford to exist. But they keep telling us the economy is strong. Strong for who? Because it sure as hell isn't the people doing the work. We're out here treading water while billionaires build rockets, politicians trade stocks, and corporations raise prices just because they can. We were promised opportunity, we got survival. And what makes this worse is watching people blame themselves. Like somehow you failed because you can't afford a one-bedroom anymore. Like you didn't do enough when the truth is the math just stopped adding up years ago. They told us to work harder, but never told us they'd change the finish line. This isn't a country full of lazy people. It's a country full of exhausted ones. Simple as that.
Now, do you believe what he's saying? Do you advocate what he's saying? Because when you think about it, you have so many people out here who are fighting for people to come across the border and receive everything that they're receiving. Shouldn't you be receiving these things? Or am I delusional? Am I having delusions of grandeur? Because no matter who you are, unless you are rich, you're feeling the effects of the economy. And this is not just because of recent, this has been happening for years. I remember growing up in the 80s, getting a job in like 88, 89. The starting wage was $3.35 an hour while you was a teenager. This didn't make sense. Who's gonna be able to survive off $3.35 an hour? Who's gonna be able to survive with all the jobs being deported overseas? China used to be a third world country, but now China is dictating what's happening here. We owe Japan and China so much money. I know a lot of y'all gonna tune out, but you need to hear it because this is how it is nowadays. And he couldn't have said it better than I could have said it, or let someone else say what they're thinking out loud. And you go ahead, like, share, subscribe, leave your comments, because right now I see whites, them folks, whatever you want to call it, they are going out of their minds. They're going at each other. They can't handle it. They can't handle the truth of you're going to have to work 2 and 3 jobs. You're going to have to do exactly what you told blacks for years. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. While you're giving everything to illegal immigrants and people in other countries, like Venezuela and other countries I can name. And y'all know these countries because I read the comments on other people's YouTube channels. But let's listen to what this young lady has to say, and I'll be back with my conclusion. Y'all want to hear it? Here you go.
America sucks. I don't want to live here anymore. Oh my God, I am so tired of your people. You've never lived in a different country. You know nothing about the outside world. You have no idea how lucky you are that you were born in a free country like this. Why don't people appreciate what they have? What? You don't think America sucks? No, I don't. I think it's a great country. I'm not saying it's 100% perfect. You can't find a perfect country that doesn't have any problems. You have so much freedom here. Well, although a certain group of people, including you, want to take other people's freedom away. But still, I've been to different countries. I've lived in different countries, so I know the differences. I'm telling you, it's a lot better than a lot of countries. I don't know what you're talking about. Of course not. Let me ask you something. When you walk on the street here, can the police just come to you and ask you to give them your phone so they can go through your messages and photos? No. Can they break into your house and just take away whatever they want? No. Can they arrest you for criticizing the government? Of course not. Do you know these things happen every day in some countries? What? You know, you're very confusing. You say you don't like your country. You don't want to be here. But I don't know where you can go since you don't know anything about anything. And there are a lot of people who love your country very much. They're dying to be here. But you don't want them to be here. So they can't like what you don't like. They can't take what you don't want. Can you help me understand you? I don't know. Think about it.
Now, I'm going to play what she said over because she asked a list of questions. And I'm going to answer it for her. Let's check this out. Let's go over them. Y'all want to hear? Here you go.
Of course not. Let me ask you something. When you walk on the street here, can the police just come to you and ask you to give them your phone so they can go through your messages and...
Yes, they can. If you're black, yes, they can come up to you, walking while black, frisk you, arrest you, say that you are resisting arrest, beat you down like they did Rodney King back in 1991 and get away with it. Next question.
Photos? No. Can they break into your house and just take away whatever they want?
Can the police break into your house and take whatever they want? The answer is yes. They do it all the time. Ask any black person from Detroit to Chicago to New York, the boroughs to Florida, Miami, Daytona. Let's see, what else? Orlando. Ask people in Houston, Fort Worth, Dallas. Ask people Watts, Compton, the Woods. Ask people St. Louis. This is what they do all the time. Tell me if I'm wrong. Next question.
No. Can they arrest you for criticizing the government?
Yes, they can. And there is no such thing as free speech. What is that? Is that the Second Amendment, free speech, if I'm correct? That right is gone, or whatever amendment it is, because I really don't care because we don't have it here anymore. When COVID struck, you couldn't say COVID-19, you had to say the jab. They took away all of the liberties. They took away all of your rights. And I'm going to tell you, it seemed like they have not returned. It seemed like it has gotten worse. Next question.
Of course not. Do you know these things happen every day in some countries?
Do you know this happen every day in this country?
What?
Yeah, it surely does. In all 50 states, especially if you're BLACK. But whites, they would say, well, you black people, you're resisting arrest. You must have done something, but little Chad can go be upset, go to school, and go all day long, and nothing happens to him. He can even get taken to Burger King or Little Caesars Pizza and be rewarded for all the tragedy that he has caused.
You know, you're very confusing. You say you don't like your country, you don't want to be here, but I don't know where you can go since you don't know anything about anything. And there are a lot of people who love your country very much. They're dying to be here, but you don't want them to be here. So
They can just go home to Europe where they come from, and others can go back to where they come from. But us as blacks, we didn't ask for a free boat ride here. So where can we go? That's a good question.
they can't like what you don't like, they can't take what you don't want. Can you help me understand you? I don't know. Think about it.
Now that's going to end the video for today, and I want everybody to go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the channel. And you tell me, how do you feel about what's going on? And do you see the discontent all around? Because everybody going at each other because they want to eat. They want their benefits. How about you? This is Insight UT.